Angus Australia is proud to present the 2024 Beef Breeding Insights Report. The report summarises key findings from 2 extensive surveys of Australian beef cattle producers, co-funded by Angus Australia and the MLA donor company, and conducted by an independent market research firm. The key objectives of these surveys were to measure the impact of education and technology adoption, gauge producers' attitudes towards breeding technologies, and assess the presence of Angus cattle genetics across Australia.
The initial survey in 2019 set a baseline with responses from over 1,000 producers. A follow-up survey in 2023 collected insights from 977 producers, highlighting the changes over the past 5 years. This information will be used to guide Angus Australia's future policy and strategic direction. Now, let's look at the producers surveyed. 77% of the respondents were male. The majority, 85%, were aged over 45 years of age and averaged 36 years of farming experience. Respondents' operations varied in size, with the median property size being 500 hectares and managing, on average, 461 breeding females. 95% of these operations were family-owned, with an impressive 59 years of family heritage on average. Respondents predominantly targeted the feeder market. The survey identified that 70% of breeding programs are purebred nationally. Queensland and Western Australia had the highest amounts of crossbreeding. Most producers operate a self-replacing herd, with a 2 to 3% bull-to-cow ratio. The top 3 reasons respondents had chosen their respective bull breeds were market demand, temperament, and environmental suitability. In terms of the Angus breed's influence across the Australian breeding herd, the survey revealed that Angus influences 53% of the female herd, a 5% increase over the past 5 years. Of the bulls used within the Australian breeding herd, 71% were influenced by Angus genetics, a 25% increase over the past 5 years. The survey also captured producers' knowledge of and attitudes towards genetic information. 68% of respondents reported that they have improved their knowledge of genetic information over the past 5 years. Producers ranked temperament as the most important trait for bull selection criteria. This was consistent with the 2019 survey. 60% respondents always use EBVs as part of their bull selection criteria, and 31% always use selection indexes. Of those that use EBVs, 64% reported a beneficial impact from their use. The top 3 EBVs across all respondents were ranked as temperament, IMF, intramuscular fat, and 400 day weight. Amongst Angus users, IMF ranked more important, while users of non-Angus genetics ranked eye muscle area as having greater influence. Compared to 5 years ago, producers are more willing to make changes to their operations, with 97% willing to make some level of change. With regard to sourcing information for their operations, the most common source among respondents was other producers, whilst the most valuable source of information was bull breeders and breed societies. For more information regarding the survey and its findings, please find the 2024 Australian Beef Breeders Insight Report on the Angus Australia website.